So the quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. I mean, those are all pretty much household names at this point. I'm not really mad with any of those guys making it. I all think they kind of deserved it.
Yeah, the only guy I think would have had an argument, and that was if he stayed healthy, would have been Dak. Otherwise, I think those three are pretty much the three that should have made it. I mean, Rodgers is my MVP this season. Wilson's having a really good season, though it's been kind of a roller coaster in terms of how up and down it's been. And Kyler Murray is basically carrying an entire offense with DeAndre Hopkins and basically putting a team in playoff contention just single-handedly with him and DeAndre Hopkins. So I don't understand. Maybe Tom Brady, just because of what he's doing at 43, but to me, he's not better than what Kyler Murray's doing.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. Yeah, that's pretty tough to beat any of those guys out. Now for running back, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones. So I honestly think Aaron Jones should have got in last year over Zeke. And I don't know if Aaron Jones should have made it this year. Tough to say like who else would have made it at running back. The top two for sure. We know McCaffrey was injured for like the whole year, right? So you can't really put him in. Do you have anything that you think could have made it in there?
No, I think these three are right on. I mean, Aaron Jones is averaging 5.5 yards a carry. Mm-hmm. He's been dominant when he plays. He's been phenomenal. And Dalvin Cook, to me, is the best running back in the NFL. So there's no way he can't make it. And I think he deserves to win Offensive Player of the Year. And Alvin Kamara's production is only slowed down just a little bit because Taysom Hill runs the ball for them in the red zone. But now with Breeze back, they're going to be checking it down to him every other play. So he's going to be dominating and carrying their offense again.
Yeah. Next position we got, receivers. So there's Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, DK Metcalf, and Justin Jefferson. I think the first three, there's really nothing to say about those. Those are sure locks. I think Justin Jefferson's amazing. I don't know if he should. I don't know if there's any other guys that maybe have an argument over him. Even Thielen, his own teammate, he's been amazing this year too. Do you have anyone you think maybe made it over him?
No, I thought Justin Jefferson, just because you're a rookie and you're doing this, I mean, all the household guys usually we talk about, an Amari Cooper, he hasn't had that type of season. I think maybe the only guy is Tyler Lockett, and that's because it feels like he's very good every season, doesn't make it. And then someone brought it up in the chat, Terry McLaurin, he's the other guy. But to me, DK, Devontae, and DeAndre are in for sure. And I'm not too mad that one spot was given to Jefferson instead of Terry McLaurin. And it's biased too because I really like Justin Jefferson, but it doesn't really bother me that much. But absolutely, Terry McLaurin should have gotten some sort of honorary vote. I mean, there's a chance that if the Packers go to the Super Bowl or the Seahawks go to the Super Bowl, that he might get in anyway because those guys wouldn't play in the Pro Bowl.
I think one name also, Allen Robinson on the Bears. You could throw him in there, and I really don't think it'd be a problem. He's been amazing with – I mean, let's face it, the Bears quarterback situation is far, far less than ideal. I mean, I'd rather have Kirk than Trubisky any day of the week. So Allen Robinson's another guy, but I'm fine with Jefferson being in there. He's played amazing as a rookie. Now let's get to one position which I'm not too happy about. It's tight end. So TJ Hawkinson and Evan Ingram. See Evan Ingram in there, man. He has not been anything close to what Robert Tonyan has. Bobby T, my man on the Packers, he has 10 touchdowns compared to 1 for Ingram. Ingram, his catch rate is 50%. I don't know if you're watching, but the Eagles game, Giants-Eagles, he literally dropped the game-sealing win or game-sealing catch for the win. He's not a good blocker. He's really just fast, and he was a first-round pick. He really just should not have made it. I mean, you could even argue Jimmy Graham over him, or so many other tight ends could have made it over him.
He's an average. Yeah, Evan Ingram's okay. Real quick, Kevin Wang. I have no clue how to enable Super Chat. I don't even know if we can enable Super Chat because our channel is not monetized. I'll look into it for the next stream. Second, Yeah, there's no way. To me, Hawkinson is a very good player, and his numbers aren't the best, but they're good enough, and he should have been in the Pro Bowl. To me, Robert Tonyan, this is a Pro Bowl season from a tight end. I mean, 10 touchdowns is leading the NFL. That alone should have gotten him into the Pro Bowl. He is the Pro Bowl tight end. And I think, if there was a George Kittle in there over him and it was George Kittle and Hawkinson, you could say, okay, well, those two guys are better than Tonyan. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any argument here. I think Tanyan's a better player than Evan Ingram, so I don't think you could say put Evan Ingram with Rodgers and he would have better production. No. I don't feel that way because Evan Ingram's, to me, is just kind of the only thing he has over Tonyan is he's faster. I think Tonyan has better hands. I think he's a better blocker. I think he's got better wiggle to get open. So for me, yeah, Bobby T should have been in for sure.
Sad. The fullback was Kyle Juszczyk. I don't really think we need to talk about this. It's pretty obvious he's like the best tight end. Fullback, sorry. But yeah, he definitely should have made it. For tackles, it was David Bakhtiari, Trent Williams, and Teron Armstead. Bakhtiari and Williams for sure. Armstead recently, though, has not been playing as
I think he's banged up.
It could be that, but he was kind of getting abused in the Chiefs game and other games I've seen. He was getting tossed around a little bit, but he's still a really good tackle. I think Ramczyk should have made it over him. The other
you could argue.
I think Ryan Ramczyk should have made it over him, but it's what it is.
I think Tristan Wirfs is the other guy that had an argument. He's had an amazing rookie season, and you could probably say maybe that he should have made it over Armstead. But Armstead is also a household name, a guy who's been a great left tackle for like 4 or 5 years, so I get it. But yeah, for me, it should have been Bakhtiari, Williams, Wirfs.
Yep. And then for guard, we have Brandon Sheriff, Elton Jenkins, Andrew Speed. I think Sheriff and Jenkins definitely should have made it. Jenkins, if you watch any Packers game and you see the O-line, you don't know where Elton Jenkins is going to be because he can play literally any position, which is huge. He's mainly a left guard, but he's playing center recently due to Lindsley's injury. I think he should have made it. Same with Sheriff. He's one of the only bright spots on the football team's offense. And Andrew Pete's a good guard for the Saints. So I don't know. What do you think about that position?
Yeah, no, I don't think Andrew Pete should have made it. I think Ali Marpet should have made it from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He might be the best player on their offensive line. He's having an excellent season. He's had a very good career thus far, and I think he should have made it over Andrew Pete, who's a good player, but he's not been a Pro Bowler this year. He's not.
Yeah. And if I remember this correctly, he was getting abused in the divisional round game last year. Or no, it was wild card. It was Saints and
Saints and they put Everson Griffin and Danielle Hunter inside, and then Danielle Hunter was absolutely destroying, and Everson Griffin were just working him.
Yeah. Next, we're going to go with centers. So Jason Kelsey and Frank Ragnow. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, so both are good, right? And Ragnow has the incredible story of playing with a broken throat, which I don't even know how you can break your throat. Yeah, but for me, the guy that should have made it was Corey Linsley from the Packers. I know David Bakhtiari made a point to tweet about it. Yeah, he's had an excellent season. Again, just an incredible find from the Packers on another offensive lineman. And then just another Bucs offensive lineman who I think has played really well and was playing really well, and that's Ryan Jensen. I think he should have at least gotten more. I don't know if he was considered. I don't know what the ordeal was, but I think he should definitely at least be an alternate. But for me, it should probably be Jason Kelsey and Corey Linsley first.
I think with Linsley, is his injury kind of set him back, so he's missed the last few weeks, and that does factor in, especially if you're voting like before season ends and whatnot.